A beggar gently tapped me on the back. The next second, I somehow mastered a legendary healing art, powerful enough to bring the dead back to life. I casually jabbed a needle into a tree, one that had been dead for 10 years. To my shock, it instantly came back to life and began to grow before my eyes. Only then did I realize the beggar I picked up from the street was anything but ordinary. He was an immortal who had lived for thousands of years. Master of ancient healing arts, his body had reached an undying, indestructible state. But every 10 years, he would fall into a deep sleep and awaken without memories. That day, he met me. I saw him filthy and alone on the street, thought he was just a homeless man, so I gave him my last steamed bun watching him devour it. I figured he hadn't eaten in days. Out of kindness, I offered to take him home, but when I asked for his name and address, he couldn't remember a thing, so I let him stay with me. Looking into my kind eyes, for the first time, his heart stirred, silently vowed to protect me for the rest of his life. One day, my eldest sister mocked me, said I was a good-for-nothing, always hanging around nobodies. She even said I wasn't worthy of staying in the family, because I knew nothing of our ancestral, eightfold, healing arts. The beggar suddenly flinched at those words. He remembered that centuries ago, he had passed those very techniques to a disciple. When he saw my grandfather, he realized my grandfather was gravely ill, and the only one in the family who might save him was a wealthy heir, but the beggar calmly stepped forward, said he could save my grandfather. He placed an incense stick in my grandfather's mouth and declared, once it burned out, he would awaken. No one believed him, but they didn't know my grandfather's soul was already walking the path of return. He saw the beggar leading the way with the incense, and tears streamed down his face. His body trembled, but onlookers thought he was choking on smoke and accused the beggar of being a fraud. Someone even suggested that I should be punished. Just then, the rich heir barged into our home. He had come to take me away but didn't force me, because he had heard whoever saved my grandfather would marry me. So he brought in a top doctor from abroad. The doctor walked in, saw the incense in my grandfather's mouth, and laughed out loud, mocking the beggar for knowing nothing about medicine. He reached out to remove it, but the beggar stopped him because that incense was the soul guide. If removed, my grandfather would never wake again. That remark enraged the rich heir. He pulled a gun and aimed it at the beggar. The beggar, having foreseen this trial, stepped aside, letting the foreign doctor proceed. The doctor pulled out the incense, injected his medicine. The next second, my grandfather sat up. Everyone thought he had been saved. But moments later, my grandfather's hair began to fall, and his breathing stopped completely. I reached under his nose and realized he was no longer alive. The doctor immediately blamed the beggar, claiming he had delayed the treatment. The rich heir didn't hesitate, ordered his men to execute the beggar on the spot, but as the bullets flew, the beggar easily dodged them. He stood calm and softly said, "My grandfather isn't dead yet." Then he stepped forward to begin treatment. What happened next left everyone completely speechless.